Well, it's sure been a minute. Hey guys, it's been a little while since I last uploaded. I'll be fully honest, this month has been a roller coaster emotionally. And if you want me to go into depth and explain why, I'll probably make a separate video on that over some heroes footage. But regardless, here we are.
In Elios, I joined the Divine Dragon's army, taking the place of the Ring of the Hero King. As long as I'm with you. Yes, together.
After a little bit of gameplay.
Ho-ho!
Reignite our bonds!
Stab, back, shoot.
Yeah!
Torrential roar! Steady now.
Gives 5 Interesting.
In Father's name.
I am the Fire Emblem.
Can I? Okay, so basically it's her dual guard ability. Interesting. Mostly seasonal units this time around. And the game is right. Phone is starting to glitch. I think it's typical for the fact that I don't know what's going on. I'm tired, okay? But regardless though, here she is. She's a red bow infantry, which I'm a little bit surprised by. I honestly thought she'll be a blue bow infantry. But regardless, she is voiced by Alexis Tipon and drawn by Agron. Right, Royal Exalt Bow. Saying, if it against flyers, she gets an extra action. Action after a movement assist. If she uses a movement assist or a rally, she grants future wizards and dodge. She gets plus 15 to all stats. Each tries to post bonuses at speed and defense. 25 2 damage. Flat the upper 15. And she gets 100% potent follow-up. So, pretty standard offensive stuff with Lucina's support. But I think All for One is where things are going to get really interesting. So All for One boosts damage by X% of her speed. X equal to 40 plus number of allies if you rolls for column center unit times 20, max 100% of her speed stat. God. So, like, on average, based on what we see in the trailers, that's about, like, that's 55 additional tree damage, which is nuts. Reduce damage from foes' attacks by Y% during combat. Y is the number of allies for rows or columns center unit times 20. If she initiates, it's 60, otherwise it's 40. For allies of hero columns, if an ally initiates, they reduce damage by 40%. For certain an ally if he rolls a column starting it, and if foe initiates, she also reduces damage by 40%. This mainly if support or actually targets any support part or otherwise targets any ally. What? So basically, you want her with a support partner for this to work? Question mark. This is very strange wording. But I think based on what we saw with the Emblem Lucina showcase at the end for her emblem ring, it's sort of like a support. I'm willing to bet this is based on her dual guard skill, which basically is a chance for, it's basically a chain guard if you ever played Engage, but it also has the additional benefit of not causing any damage to the person who's chain guard. But, and if used by Cavalier, it's 100% active. Which Lucina, the Lucina also and the Chrom are probably the best users of it by a long shot. And maybe some, like, if you can get an extra action in your kit somewhere, this is by far one of the best skills you can get. Dual support. For unit and allies with heroes or columns center on unit, plus 5 attack and speed, 5 true damage, 5 DR by 5, and full tempo. Good lord. Okay, this has to be infantry only. And her emblem effect is that sort of same. It's basically the last part of her All for One special. So she's kind of a mixed offensive support unit. Did we see that she has a support reborn?
As long as I'm with...
No. Okay, so I think it's probably just a target ally support, I guess. I don't know. Alright, moving on to the other heroes. I am surprised that we see quite a bit of seasonal ults here. Because normally, we see mainly emblem and mythic heroes, not an army of seasonals. So this is the first, and quite a bit actually, because normally the seasonals are related to the double special heroes banners. But I guess because I don't know why they're doing this. It's been a weird year for Faye so far. But anyways, joining Lucina on red will be Emblem Corin and Nearest Volley. Now, I've gone on record saying that both forms of Volley are by far the most toxic units in the game right now. But I think they're one of now, because there's so many other units that could, like, fight for that title. Nearest Boulder being one of them, but we'll get to her in a minute. But she's definitely very annoying for miracle shenanigans, but if you can set up right, it's downright insane. And Emblem Corin is just a solid emblem, all things considered. Let's move on to the blue, where we have Ilian Mercenary Azura, Alfador, and Nearest Balder. Now, this is definitely, because since Azura is going to be a CYL winner now, this is a teaser for her Brave Vault. Nearest Balder, disgusting. Literally, every single time I see her, I cannot kill her or tank her. Like, it's so annoying. But that might just be because of her craziness amount of DR. You really need to bring like a powerful green and just nuke her right on the spot. Real Pacific. And Alpha there, decent mythic hero, all things considered. Moving on to green, we have Mythic Lyn, Nearest Homelander, and regular Volley. Now, the advantage that her New Year's counterpart has is the fact that she is not a mythic, so you can run her whenever you want. But even still, she's pretty good, all things considered. Frame is definitely one of the most annoying units I've faced in AR over the last few months, because if you get an ability that can stop turn actions, and believe me, I've seen teams in Anima season where it's both her New Year's ult and her standard ult together. It's disgusting. And Mythic Lyn obviously has the 2-range style support, even though it's a lot more common now. But still, having that on your Mythic is good. And finally, we're coming to have Harmonic Lyn and Lucina, Harmonic Hilda and Florina, and Ignace. The class I would definitely say is probably one of the weaker of the bunch. It's definitely solid, because everyone has great support. Hilda's very annoying to face for rally shenanigans, and Lynn can just snipe you from free space delay. But I would say this banner is kind of mid, honestly. I mean, yes, there are some mythic units for decent usage and like mythics and emblems, but it's really taken up by, and also the like harmonic, but it's really taken up by seasonals. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasonals this time around, which is probably the most one of these banners I've had in a while, because normally I think it's because we've been getting the CYL banners, so there's not as many units to put on, so they're probably slotting in some of the seasonals to fill those gaps. That's probably what I think they're doing, but I don't know. I'm just fully expecting it. In April, we're going to be getting the freaking CWL free harmonic ults next. So brace yourselves. But this banner is I would say it's summonable, but it's definitely mid in terms of these banners go. Though I am surprised they're not willing to pull out the emblem, like certain emblems that could be downright annoying based on what ideas. Because for instance, like if you have like Emblem Roy, he's gonna pass up Miracle everywhere. Like there's gonna be Miracle shenanigans all over the place when he comes out, and when Emblem Leaf comes out, it's gonna be Vantage City. Like seriously, it's legit gonna be Vantage City. It's not even gonna be funny. Who are we missing out of the original, actually, now that I think about it? We have Marth, Celica, Celica Sigurd, Lynn, Erica, Ike, Micaiah, Lucina, We're literally just missing Roy and Leaf. That's literally all we're missing now. And if Engage ever wants to get a Warrior sequel, which probably not because of the Hype of Fortune's leave, and also I think, I don't know, it would be kind of tricky to actually incorporate Engage Warrior concept, but I kind of have an idea, but that'll be another rant for another day. I need to go to bed. But anyways, I hope you enjoy watching me react to the emblem banner, and I wish you all the best of luck if you're ever summoning on it. Anyways, this has been GMW, and I'm going to be signing out and going to bed. So, night, and see you later.